Welcome back to the Philosophy for Philistines channel on this March the 7th. I wrote something this morning, posted it to Facebook, and it's truly concerning for me, being a man of my maturity, that the ethos that once was the common ethos of this country has been so quickly replaced. I want to remind my listeners that it is not a moral prerogative to obey laws which break faith with constitutional principles. The king had wanted Sir Edward Coke to do something which was unconstitutional, and this is what the senior jurist Edward Coke replied to His Majesty. Magna Carta is such a fellow that he will have no sovereign. And in 1628, Coke helped to draft the Petition of Right, which limited royal power and made explicit reference to Magna Carta. Magna Carta has consequently acquired a special status as the cornerstone of English liberties. And this cornerstone, our damnable government, seeks to expunge from our collective memory. Right now, there's a pastor out in Alberta who's going to be held in jail until May because he refused to obey the lockdown for his church. It is unconstitutional for the government to forbid public assemblies. And note that they would never do it if rabid, left-leaning, PBS-watching, pottery-making, pro-abortion, transvesticalized, triple-testicled activists were out burning down buildings and damaging automobiles. But they're going to throw a pastor in jail because he dared to hold religious services. There was a time not very long ago when such an outrage would cause such a hue and cry in this nation that the screaming would be heard from coast to coast. Okay? Worse, this travesty of justice is occurring in Alberta, which has traditionally been one of the most conservative provinces in the Dominion. I really need to know how on earth it is possible for a nation that was founded on the principles of individual liberty and limited constitutional government could so easily adapt the sort of cloying social collectivism indicative in Scandinavia. Happiest place on the planet? If you think so, you know nothing of that place. They eat antidepressants like a 5-year-old consumes his granny's candies. We are headed into a very deep and dark place. A few more thoughts before I go, because I'm so angry I could spit. I didn't believe the human race was this stupid until now. We are seeing humanity split into two breeds. The first, who accepts propaganda and wants to be controlled, and the second, those who see through it and want to be free, yet are labeled as conspiracy theorists. Well, unless I'm mistaken, it's no conspiracy that this pastor remains in jail until May. First, we overlook evil. Then we permit evil. Then we legalize evil. Then we will promote evil, and then we celebrate it. Then the final stage is we persecute and prosecute those who still call it evil. If it's not too late, we need to wake up And I want to know, I'm asking all Christians out there to please tell me why every church in this country isn't writing their parliamentarian and down on their legislature's hills throughout the Dominion and here in Ottawa and demanding redress. There can be no social justice without civil liberties. This is one of the greatest bait and switches of our time, that the postmodern left has the gall to talk to us about social justice when they're robbing us of civil liberty. Civil liberties are the very foundations for social justice. These are things to think and pray about on a Sunday. I'm too angry to speak further and too concerned that there's nothing that I can do or say that's going to move anybody or alter anyone's opinion, even though I can document and prove everything that I'm saying to be true. It is remarkable that so many of the postmodern left will come on my profile and call me out when they refuse to use ethics and epistemology and refuse to talk about the cultural ethos that has defined this country. I love it when you guys come and attack me. You have no idea. I collect your postmodern diatribes, your deconstructive, idiotic arguments like a philatelist collects rare stamps, with this exception. The philatelist collects rare stamps. And you people, I could exchange any one of you for another to get the exact same discussion. You got to tell me, how the hell do you share the same brain? Are you the Borg? Have a great day. There's things to pray about. I will not. Resistance is futile. Lower your shields. We are the Borg.